Hey guys, welcome to the show. Today we're going to give you the top 5 must-know-hows for betting on Counter-Strike Global Offensive and giving you my picks for the upcoming pro schedule. Unfortunately, pretty much all professional sports have been put on hold, and many sports fans are looking for entertainment. Esports has been on the rise and been showcased in the media throughout much of 2019, and with professional sports on hold, esports has become the only sport. There are many different games and professional esports, and would take multiple videos to go through all of them. In this video, we're going to discuss Counter-Strike Global Offensive, what it is, how does it work, and how can I make money. Some of you have already been familiar with CSGO, so you can skip ahead, but for those of you that are new, here's a little intro. Counter-Strike Global Offensive, or CSGO, a multiplayer first-person shooter video game developed by Valve. It is the 4th game in the Counter-Strike series and was released in August of 2012. The game pits 2 teams of 5 against each other, the terrorists and the counter-terrorists. Both sides are tasked with eliminating the other team while also completing separate objectives. The terrorists must attempt to plant the bomb or eliminate the counter-terrorists to win a round, while the counter-terrorists must either prevent the bomb from being planted, defuse the bomb, or eliminate all the terrorists to win the round. Each map, and there are multiple maps, have 2 different sites, A site and B site. At the end of each round, players are rewarded based off of their individual performance with in-game currency to spend on weapons or utility in subsequent rounds. Winning rounds rewards more money than losing does, and completing objectives such as killing enemies gives cash bonuses. After 15 rounds, the teams switch sides. The first team to win 16 rounds wins the map. There are currently 7 different maps. Professional matches begin by map vetoes, which means each team first bans one map, then they choose one map, followed by banning one more map, with the remaining map being the third and deciding map if needed. The majority of professional matches are a best 2 of 3 series. The rare occasion, they will be a best 3 out of 5. The typical map will be anywhere from 35 to 45 minutes, which means that the average match or the entirety of the match is anywhere from an hour and a half to 2.5 hours. Before we start, please remember to always play responsibly and within your limit. If you need help or you know someone who needs help, please contact your national helpline. Being in Canada, I'm going to post the US and Canadian national helpline right now and at the end of this video. Now on to our tips. Number 5, winning streaks. Before placing any wagers, do your research or listen to experts. There are many sites to play on, but simply looking at betting lines may not be enough. Go look at match history, a very good starting point for any wager. CSGO is typically a game of trending sides, meaning teams are usually in form and playing well, while others may be trending downwards. Because they can play multiple games in a day or even a week, it's easy for teams and individual players to become fatigued or frustrated with each other, especially if they're coming off losses. With little time in between each game, they still may have some of those hard feelings towards each other, which may result in bad play. The same can be said if a team is playing well and on a winning streak. When we see winning streaks, usually I like to look at 3 or more wins in a row. Teams are usually feeling pretty good and in form and playing with confidence. Number 4, rankings. Each team is ranked based off of league and tournament results. Looking at winning streaks is a good starting point, but if a 60th ranked team is on a 3-match win streak, playing the number 1 ranked team currently on a 2-match losing streak, it may not be wise to place the wager on the 60th ranked team. Looking at the rankings always gives us a good indication and overview on the overall professional Counter-Strike scene. Number 3, don't chase. What most gamblers in the world call luck is actually just a complex mathematical equation. Every single thing in the world of sports betting can be quantified and measured, and the game is 100% based off mathematics. There are no inherently unlucky people or lucky people. If you make a large number of bets, every player will have exactly the same amount of luck, and the end result will come down to how good you pick out of your bets. People will commonly start chasing losses when they feel they have been too unlucky, that some higher forces are working against them, and they are due for a change in luck. If you understand betting is all about the numbers, you will quickly realize that this is absolute nonsense, and any losses you endure are either a result of being on the wrong side of variance, which is inevitable to happen sometimes, or making poor decisions, which can be avoided. Since there is absolutely nothing you can do about the variance other than wait it out and keep playing, 100% of your focus should be on making the correct decisions, placing bets that hold true value, and sticking to betting amounts based off of the plan you have made. Number 2, value. Esports betting is still not as complex as traditional sports, and many times we see odds not properly calculated. As mentioned previously, when looking at winning and losing streaks, we also want to look at rankings to verify we're not choosing a big underdog. However, there may be some value that bookmakers are providing. Let's look at this game, for example. Ninjas in Pajamas versus Ents. The Ninjas have won 3 out of their last 4 pro matches, while Ents are dead last with 4 straight losses. The odds makers has set the Ninjas as fairly strong favorites at -250. We feel very strongly that they will win this match, but -250 isn't the best value. If we view some match wagers, we're going to look for some good value. A couple of numbers to look at are handicap and total maps. As we know, the Ninjas are heavy favorites. They're on a good winning streak and are ranked higher than Ents. Handicap -1.5 is paying +137, which means we believe the Ninjas will win 2-0, thus covering the handicap. We can also look at total maps under 2.5 at -125. If we look at the Ninjas' last 4 matches, all of them have been under 2.5 maps, and 3 of their wins have been 2-0 victories, thus covering the handicap. This is good value, and rather than placing a wager on the -250 money line, we can look at these other value bets instead. This checks many boxes out of our betting handbook. We've done our match research, we've looked at rankings, we've looked at winning streaks, we've looked at the odds, we found good value, and we feel that this is a very strong bet to make. Statistically, we believe we have a good advantage or a high probability of winning. Number 1, map handicaps. One of my favorite wagers is map handicaps. I'm not sure if odds makers overlook this, but it certainly appears like they do. Before each match, they provide map money lines and map handicaps. As we know, each team chooses one map to play, usually meaning that they choose a map they feel strong on and have a good chance to win. Odds makers will provide handicaps and money lines on individual maps before they are even selected. A lot of these wagers have to be done 2 to 5 minutes before the match begins. Here's a good example. Na'Vi versus Force. This happened the other day. Map 1 was Force's map pick, and they're very strong on this map with an 89% win rate, while Na'Vi boasts a 50% win rate. Because Na'Vi were the overall favorites in this match, the opening handicap was -3.5 for Na'Vi, or +3.5 for Force, which means we believe that if Force loses, it will be by 3 rounds or less, 16-13 for example. Or they will win the map entirely, which they ended up doing, thus winning our wager, with pretty good value. As I said, in order to do this, you must be watching the match live, or you can simply look at map 2, which usually gives you 60 to 90 minutes to do the proper research and place your wager. There you have it, guys. My 5 simple rules to make money on CSGO esports betting. If you make sure you follow these and play the proper wagers, you will win. As I said, please make sure to play responsibly, know your limits, and do not chase. If you know somebody who has a problem or you yourself have a problem, here are the helplines for both the United States and Canada. Please make sure to contact them either by phone, email, or chat. They offer 24/7 support. If you're new to the channel, please make sure to subscribe. Tomorrow I'm going to be posting a video with all of my picks for the upcoming CSGO schedule for this week. And later this week, I'll also be doing a Rocket League esports betting playbook. Thank you very much for watching. Good luck, have fun, and stay safe.
Are you a gamer looking for something more than just playing? Introducing Elite Duels. the world's first skill-based daily fantasy esports platform that allows you to make your own fantasy esport team, cheer your favorite professional gamer, earn fantasy points, and win real cash. You can choose and enter a contest for games like Fortnite, CSGO, Rocket League, and Rainbow Six Siege. Simply enter a contest, select 5 players, one from each tier, to fill out your fantasy team, and start cheering. Sounds amazing, right? Visit www.eliteduels.com and start drafting.